everyone, it's Jess from Meyer Hatchery. Recently, we received the comment, you have so many amazing videos about herbs, but how do I actually use the herbs that I grow in my garden for my flock? So today I thought it'd be good to go over a few herbs that we talk about quite a bit and how I actually use them in my coop. It's a rainy spring morning, so I went and gathered some herbs. They're a little wet, but they're going to be great for what we're doing here today. Let me grab my basket and let's take a look at the herbs I've harvested. So I have 5 different herbs here that we grow on a regular basis here in our garden, and these are herbs that not only we love, but our flock loves as well. So let's go through these herbs. We are going to start with the herb that's over here that looks like blades of grass, and that is lemongrass. Lemongrass is such a great herb for keeping pests away. So I grow lemongrass to help repel those bad bugs away from the coop. I use it for repelling flies, mosquitoes, and other flying bugs. And the way that I actually use it is I'll harvest a bunch like this right here, especially when we have a lot of it in the summertime. I will tie it off here with some string and I'll just hang this in the coop. And I make little herb bundles all throughout my coop, and it helps to keep the flies and mosquitoes away from the chickens. At the end of the season, when I harvest kind of the last bit of my lemongrass, I will dry the lemongrass and I will put it into my nest box blend. And I use that in our nest boxes to help keep pests out of the nest box as well. Lemongrass is such a great herb to have in your herb garden, and it's so easy to grow. The next herb that we're going to look at here is our parsley right here. And parsley is a great herb for promoting circulatory health in your flock. So what I like to do with the parsley is in the summertime, I just harvest it fresh and I put it in the coop for the flock to enjoy. In the wintertime, if it's still producing, I will cut some pieces and give it to the flock, which sometimes we're lucky. Our parsley kind of grows for a really long time. I also, again, in the fall, when I'm doing my garden cleanup, whatever parsley is left that I want to harvest, I will harvest and dry and put this into our flock's food. So the way that I use parsley is by feeding my flock. Parsley is also good for encouraging laying within your hens, and it has a lot of nutrients. Our flock definitely fights over these pieces when I put the parsley into our coop. Another herb that we have here is one of my favorite to grow, and it's what I call the calming herb, and it's lavender. I use lavender so much in our coop. I use it for making herb bouquets, so I can mix some lavender with my lemongrass here and make a really good bug repelling bouquet that's easy to hang in the coop. I also will just take pieces of lavender and I will put it into the nest box. When we get our flowers in a couple weeks here, I'll actually dry those flowers like this right here, and this will go into my nest box blend. And it just helps your hens in their nest box. It's going to help to calm them. It keeps flies and other pests away, and it helps to keep your nest box smelling nice and lovely. Another really good herb, and it's one I use a ton, and it is mint. Mint is so easy to grow. If you've ever grown mint, you know it can grow just about everywhere. It smells great, so this can go into those bundles that we were talking about, those herb bundles to help keep pests away. It's really great in the nest box. So in the summertime, I'll just clip it fresh and put it in the nest box. And in the wintertime, I like to dry some and put it into my nest box blend. It's also really good at keeping mice and rats away from your coop, which is so important. Mint can be a really cool, refreshing treat as well. So in the summertime, I'll just harvest some leaves and put it into their waterer. Or if it's going to be really, really hot, I'll actually take the leaves, break them up a bit, and put them into ice cubes. So I'll make ice cubes with them, and then I'll put that into their water, and our flock loves it. I also do that with our ducks as well. The last herb I want to talk about is an herb not only us humans really love, but our flock loves it as well. And that is basil here. And I grow some different types of basil. I have purple basil and I have traditional green basil as well. Basil is really good for your flock's respiratory health. It's known to be antibacterial and anti-inflammatory. It also helps to give your flock that really good, rich color on the egg yolks. It helps with their immune system, and it also helps with your flock's digestion. So this really is kind of a super herb to offer your flock. In the summertime, when I have lots of basil, I'll just harvest these leaves here and I'll put them into the coop and near their food and let them enjoy the basil-free choice. And again, this is another herb that they definitely fight over when I put it into the coop. At the end of the season, I will harvest what's left of my basil and I will dry it and I will use it in the nest box blend during the winter time. Hopefully I've given you some inspiration to grow some herbs for your flock. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Also, make sure to check out our description with some more links about growing herbs for your flock. Well, I think I'm going to take these herbs here and go make some herb bouquets for my coop. Thank you so much for watching.